Okay, so welcome back, Neo Buggy viewers. We are here at day 3 of qualifying at the IFMAR World Championships here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Fast guys are just hitting the track for qualifying round number 5, and we're on board with David Ronnefalk, last night's TQ of round number 4. So Ronnefalk working his way around on lap number 1. You can see from our elevated scissor lift on the back side of the track, the holes are absolutely unbelievable on this track here in Las Vegas. David getting a little bit out of shape, coming around to complete lap number 1. So not too bad a lap number 1 for David, as he slides it into that first hairpin, working his way over the little roller and over the double, avoiding that big crater on the downslope of the double, and onto the little kicker through the option line, coming up on Ryan Lutz. So see if he can work his way through traffic. The front end of that car diving into one of the holes as he comes down off the step down. Safely round the sweeper, closes right up to the gearbox of Lutz now, almost climbing over that wall as you come round to the completion of the lap. Over the roller, in the middle of the track, onto the double again, running wide and into that big hole on the downslope of the double. Still not able to get close enough to Lutz to make his way through as we come down through the option line. Wind has just slightly dropped here, and David Ronnefalk with a mistake. We're going to move across now to Tessmann. Tessmann on the gearbox of Dakota Fenn. These two very fast yesterday as well. As we come round to the option line for Ty, dropping down through the step down, just getting enough to get off of there, through the double, and avoiding those big craters in the far corner of the track. There's a big hole as you come down onto the straight as well. Holes appearing absolutely everywhere. A fun little fact is we've had over 30,000 laps on this track. Lifetime's new features. You can see that. So as Ty Tessmann works his way right up to the gearbox now, Dakota Fenn, he's hopefully going to make his way through. Ty Tessmann currently on a 17:10:13 pace. Gets a little bit out of shape coming through the double-double onto the left-hand side again. And avoiding that wall, getting a little bit out of shape. And comes through to complete another lap. Last time by from him, a 36.1. Over the double, on the inside, avoiding that hole. Dakota Fenn right on his gearbox. Again, you can see those cars bouncing around as they go over the pitcher's mound. Onto the option line. We've got about 2 minutes down of this 10-minute qualifier. This is heat number 1. Fast guys hitting the track for the first time here on day number 3 of qualifying. Ty Tessmann a little bit out of shape again as he comes down, pulling a little bit of a gap on Dakota Fenn on his gearbox, so he's got a free track now in front of him. Ty Tessmann still looking at a 17:10:13 pace. Not been in for fuel yet, working his way round into the right hand side. Looks like another back marker, Steve Hartson, as he goes into the left hand side. Ty Tessmann might be able to go 10 minutes in this one, we've been told. So that'll be interesting to see. If Ty can manage to go the 10, that could put him at a big advantage. David Ronnefalk still running in that second spot. Fastest man on track is Joe Broadhurst with a 35.8, but we're still on board with the HB car. The Canadian Ty Tessmann working his way over the step up, back round to the option line, just over 3 minutes down, running wide to get that jump down off the step down. A little bit out of shape coming through the double again. Oh, hits a hole, spinning out of shape. These things really hard to avoid now. Goes through another hole coming onto the straightaway. Holes absolutely everywhere. Ty Tessmann working his way though over the big roller. Again, a little bit out of shape. Going to lose a little bit of time. Dakota Fenn going to close back up on him. as he comes on to the kicker in the corner. Ty Tessmann, this is a horrible lap for Ty. Couple of mistakes. As you can see, the gap was about the length of the straight between Ty and Dakota, and Dakota's closed right back up on this lap. Ty getting a little bit out of shape again as he comes through the double-double. Let's see what it is as he comes down through the line. Ty Tessmann was on a 17:10:13 pace. As we join on board with Joe Bornhorst now over the tabletop, and he's going to come in for fuel this time through. He was our leader on a 17:10:9 pace, so let's stay on board with them in the pit lane. Not a bad pit stop. Oh, as I say that, throws it over coming out of the exit, and he's going to be right in traffic as he comes out. One of those cars that he's going to come out behind is David Ronnefalk. So as we go over the kicker and down through the backside, we're on board with Joe Broadhurst. Looks like David Ronnefalk getting a little bit of traffic. Looks like that is Jerome Agoin currently running down in the 13th spot. So this is going to affect David's time. Working their way around the end of the straight. At the moment, David Ronnefalk flyby on Jerome Agoin. So he's got a little bit of open track now. Let's see what he can do. David was looking at a 17:10:20 pace. We're past half race distance, 5 minutes and 40 down as he's in to the end of the lap. As he goes over the tabletop, gets a little bit out of shape, clips that pothole. Around the hairpin. David Ronnefalk over the roller, onto the double. The HP car, comes up a little bit short, manages to save it. Running wide round the pitcher's mound to avoid those holes on the inside line. Another car projectiled off the side of the track. So David getting a bit lucky in traffic. As 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars on his tail, so he can't afford to have a mistake because he's going to be in all sorts of trouble. We've got about 3 minutes and 30, a little bit of a mistake from David again coming onto the straight. Over the roller, onto the double again, avoiding that hole on the downslope. Around the pitcher's mound. Jerome Agoin upside down behind him. You can see them disappear out of track, at view. And it's still Ronnefalk leading this round, working his way into the end of the lap, avoiding the holes, over the wall, and nicely downside in the tabletop as he comes round the end of the straight now. David Ronnefalk with a HB from Sweden. Nicely through the double on the inside, again avoiding that big hole. Onto the kicker, round the backside of the track, a little bit out of shape as he comes onto the option line. Front end digging into those potholes. Wind definitely has dropped since this morning, temperatures climbing as David comes around to complete another lap. 36 flat, fast lap from Ty Tessmann and David Ronnefalk as we work our way over the double again. Into the kicker, onto the backside. David Ronnefalk in a little bit of clear track. Next car he'll see is Dakota Fenn. Onto the single, double, double. Nicely avoiding the holes on the exit of that one. Oh, and a mistake from Ronnefalk. Running wide, sticking it on the pipe. So it's going to be very close between Ronnefalk and Tessmann. Ronnefalk on the kicker. And he has only 1 second lead over Ty Tessmann as we come into the closing stages of this one. A little bit out of shape again from Ronnefalk. These guys coming into finishing times now. Ronnefalk out on his last lap, working his way round the hairpin, over the kickers. Let's see what David can do on this last lap, see if he can hold on to the lead over Tessmann to hold the TQ, moving into heats 2 and 3 of our fast guys. So Ronnefalk, last night's TQ, working his way through the single double, safely through the section in the far corner. Very close to the pipe, gets a little bit out of shape again, through the hole and throws it across the line. So Ronnefalk going to finish up. Tessmann stuck in a little bit of traffic. And Tessmann